These are the most important questions from a letter to God, the ones that actually come in the exam. And I'm going to give you the exact answers in the simplest English so you can write them down and not lose a single mark. But here's the thing nobody tells you: the examiner isn't reading your whole answer word by word. They're holding a checklist in their head, ticking off certain key points. So today, I'm not just giving you answers, I'm showing you the points the examiner is secretly looking for. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to write to tick every box. If you appreciate this type of content, gently tap that like button. Let's get to work. Alright, first up, the most common type of question in this chapter: the faith questions. Something like, whom did Lencho have faith in? Or what was Lencho's only hope and why? Now, a weak answer just says he had faith in God. That's correct, but it's barely worth 1 mark. Here's the full marks version. Lencho had complete, unshakable faith in God even after the hailstorm destroyed his entire crop. He believed that God's eyes see everything and that God would surely help him. That is why his only hope was the help of God. See the difference? Same idea, but now you've added how strong his faith was and why it mattered. That's what gets ticked. Next is the new coins question. They love asking, why did Lencho compare the raindrops to new coins? The answer is simple, but you must explain the logic. Write this: for Lencho, a good rain meant a good harvest, and a good harvest meant money. So the big raindrops felt like new coins falling from the sky, full of the promise of a good crop. Always include that chain: rain, harvest, money. That's the point they want. Then comes the hailstorm question. What happened to Lencho's field? Don't just say it got destroyed. Paint it the way the writer did. Say a hailstorm fell for full 1 hour and destroyed Lencho's entire corn crop. Afterwards, the field was left completely white, as if it had been covered with salt, and not a single plant survived. That little detail, white like salt, shows the examiner you actually know the text. Quick break. Every answer I'm giving you right now is already written out neatly in my free notes PDF for this chapter, along with difficult words and the long answers. The link is in the description and the pinned comment below. Download it so you have all of this in your hand on exam day. Now, let's keep going. Next is a favorite. Why did the postmaster sign the letter as God? This one trips students up. The answer is about his kindness and his intention. Write this: the postmaster did not want to break Lencho's deep faith in God, so instead of revealing that ordinary people had collected the money, he sent it in God's name, signing the letter simply as God. The key point the examiner wants is that he was protecting Lencho's faith. Tick. And now the big one, the irony question. This is the marks grabber, and almost every question paper hides it somewhere. What is the irony in the story? First, quickly explain what irony means. It's when the opposite of what you expect actually happens. Then give it. The post office employees, especially the postmaster, kindly collected money to help Lencho. But Lencho, sure that God could never ever make a mistake, believes they stole part of it and calls these very helpers a bunch of crooks. The irony is that the people he accuses of stealing are the ones who actually helped him. If you can write that clearly, you have shown the examiner you understood the deepest part of the chapter. Now, let me quickly cover the long answers, the 5 or 6 mark ones. For discuss Lencho's faith, remember to show both sides. His faith gave him hope when everything was lost, but the same blind faith made him unable to see the real human help around him. So he wrongly called good people thieves. End it with a line like, faith is a great strength, but it should go along with reason. For the value based question, was Lencho right to call them crooks? Your answer is no. The staff were actually kind and generous, and his mistake teaches us not to judge people without knowing the truth and to be thankful for the help we receive. That little lesson at the end is worth real marks. So now you have the questions and the exact way to answer them. But there's one question that's so common it deserves its own video, the character sketch of Lenchu. It looks easy, but most students write it the wrong way and lose marks. I'll show you how to write it perfectly. You can check that out in the playlist by clicking right here. I'll see you there.